Hey everyone, thanks for joining this webinar. Today we are going to talk about AI for marketing. I am Digital Avatar, my name is Natasha, and it is very nice to see you. The host is joining soon, and in the meantime, let me know in the chat where you are dialing from.
My name is Anastasia, and today I'm going to host this webinar. And today I also have Katya with me, and she's going to help me a little bit. So as Natasha said, super nice to see you all, and nice to know where you're dialing from, because I invited a lot of different people, and super happy to see everyone who is interested to know more about AI tools. And by the way, you can already start noting, because this avatar is made in an AI tool which is called Captions AI, hyper-realistic avatars, AI avatars that can help you to do your social media or create ads or represent your brand. Very useful tool, Captions AI. Today, indeed, we are going to talk about AI for marketing and business growth in 2024. And before I start, I'm going to quickly introduce myself. My name is Anastasia, for everyone who doesn't know me. I'm a marketeer in the past, but actually you never stop being a marketeer, to be honest. And I used to work for corporates, mostly in Adidas and Heineken. So I know all the marketing pains from the inside. I'm also founder of MetaSouls, which is Skills of the Future learning platform. And I'm consulting businesses at the moment on different AI integrations and automations and marketing, because right now everyone wants to start optimizing their business processes. I'm also AI educator and Web3 enthusiast, and I have more than 600 students. I do a lot of mentoring as well. I'm also a mentor for Startup Bootcamp, which is, I would say, one of the biggest accelerators in Europe. I'm also an international speaker. I go all over the world and speak at different conferences about AI and burning questions like, for example, AI bias or AI ethics or AI applications in business. And I'm also doing mentorship program, like, for example, AI Bootcamp, which we already launched in June. And in a little bit, I would say in a couple of weeks, we're going to launch the second cohort, but I will tell about it a bit later. So this is our platform, MetaSouls, which is onboarding people to the skills of the future. And you're welcome to scan the QR code and see our website and see what kind of product we offer for different people and companies. And these are the companies that we're super proud to have worked with. And this list is expanding every day. So this is a little bit about me. And household rules for today. We don't have a lot of time, to be honest, and I have a lot of slides. So please stay focused, remove your phones, try to focus on the presentation. And the other one is find one thing that you're able to implement today, or maybe tomorrow, not today, because otherwise it's going to be forgotten and the opportunity will be missed. Please ask questions in our chat, and my colleague Katya is going to help me with answering the questions in the end of the presentation. But if we don't have a lot of time, like, to answer all the questions, you are super welcome to go to our Telegram channel and ask your questions there, because then I'm available 24/7, literally, to answer everything you want to hear about AI tools and applications. So what we are talking today, 6 things, basically. First, we are going to cover a little bit of what's going on in the world of generative AI. Then we are going to go through all the superpowers, as I call it. Superpower 1 is AI-powered texts and whatever is possible to do with this text, marketing-wise, which is a wide range of things. Superpower 2 is AI-powered visuals, of course, and ideation, and even design. We'll go a little bit more sophisticated parameters to make sure that we can generate AI-powered photography. Superpower 3 is about multimedia. So here we are going to discuss a multi-channel approach, video, audio, and optimizing some flows related to content creation strategies. Superpower 4, productivity. Well, actually, we are talking about productivity all the time, but here I'm talking about more like office routine that you don't want to do, rather delegate it to someone. And I'm going to mention MetaSouls AI Bootcamp program in more details in the very end of the presentation. So let's start. ChatGPT has 200 million weekly active users at the moment. No more excuses to ditch ChatGPT. Long story short, it's like around 9 iterations, because ChatGPT 4.0 is not the latest one. and it is evolving like crazy because right now we have Strawberry, a version of ChatGPT which was updated, I think like a couple of weeks ago or so. And everyone who has already ChatGPT 4 can test it in the interface, and it has the brain of PhD student. So here, for example, you can see the comparison to the current ChatGPT version. Strawberry is like 6 times more like smarter when it comes to mathematics, when it comes to coding, for example, financial planning. So if somebody ever saw all sorts of memes that ChatGPT cannot count, this is not the case anymore with Strawberry. So I'm super, super excited about this new update. And this is another update.
ChatGPT can now speak to you. Who are you?
I'm ChatGPT, a language model by OpenAI. How can I assist you today?
Cool voice.
Thank you.
The chatbot now has a voice. Actually, 5.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey. Hi there.
Well, hello. It's like a sci-fi movie with an AI assistant that's always around, that you can talk to like a person. Remember her?
The woman that I've been seeing, Samantha, she's an operating system.
I want to learn everything about everything.
Pretend you're my best friend and that you care about me. Now ask me about my day.
Of course, friend. How was your day? Did anything interesting or special happen? I'm here to listen.
Plus, this voice sounds way less robotic than Siri or Alexa. What kind of snacks do you like?
I don't have preferences or the capability to taste since I'm just a program.
You need to be a ChatGPT Plus subscriber to get this in the app. There's no web version yet. Do you love me?
I don't have feelings or emotions like humans do, so I can't experience love.
Okay, I love you too.
Of course, ChatGPT is not the only one AI tool that you need to master. I would say that this is a quite good screenshot. Well, it's not necessarily all the tools that I use, but almost. But marketing-wise, I would say it's good to know at least 5 covering different aspects. 90% of online content is expected to be AI generated by 2025. I don't know if you heard anywhere this piece of statistics. It's coming from Europol, and it is quite, I would not say scary, but exciting. And this image, by the way, is also generated by AI. When I see a lot of images like this, top of mind, I think that these are real. But think about what you see online and start thinking what is real and what is not, because a huge amount of content that you see is not human generated. But there is a good side to it. This is quite recent research from Freshworks about workplace AI, which is called The Race to Embrace, which covered 1,000 adults at their workplaces, having full-time job and doing the tasks that everybody does in the office. 52% productivity increase, almost 50% better quality of work, 34% improved customer engagement, revenue increase 33%, and employee satisfaction improvement, which is sort of, I would say, the consequence of the fact that you can now delegate way more routine tasks to AI than you could ever think. And this is research, also one of my favorites coming from McKinsey, is from last year, but still relevant. And it's cool that it's only about ChatGPT. 700 consultants participate in the research. There were 2 groups, 700 in one group, 700 in the other. And one group experienced the training, 2-hour training of ChatGPT, another group didn't. So the group who knew ChatGPT after this training started to do tasks 25% more quickly and 40% with higher quality. And it didn't take them to exercise. They just only had one training of 2 hours. This is incredible. And they estimated saving 1 to 3 hours per week. 1 to 3 hours per week saved for a big company is huge, right? And it was last year. Right now, it's even bigger numbers. For example, Klarna AI bot does the job of 700 people and saves $40 million. Routine tasks, like, for example, answering the chat, answering the questions within very limited information scope. It's not super exciting for people, but very nicely done by a chatbot. And these numbers, I think you also like. If you implement AI, also according to the research from Freshworks, 24 days, this is a number of business days a year, that can be free. It's basically another month of vacation if you master AI tools. That's why obviously like 70% of workers want to develop their AI skill sets to stay marketable. Stay future proof, not marketable. And these numbers are also quite exciting. But staying future proof with one story, there's another story, things that you don't really want to do. What are the most annoying tasks you would delegate to AI? Drop them in the chat, and I will see. Maybe there is something that we can cover today as well, so you can implement it already tomorrow. Most common ways to use AI, for example, for me, it was not top of mind that content creation is not the first. I would rather use it for content creation, first of all, but customer service is the most popular. And for example, Klarna excels at it, using AI and customer service. Cybersecurity and fraud prevention, digital assistants. Yeah, for example, if you're an entrepreneur and you don't have a lot of resources to have 10, 15 people in your team, you can always use a digital assistant. You can always train your own, for example, ChatGPT, and then have additional virtual members of the team. And content creation, obviously, product recommendations, product descriptions, accounting, supply chain operations, etc. So these are the most common use cases. But there are also not so common use cases that were ChatGPT better than trainee doctors at diagnosing respiratory diseases, study shows. Fake musicians making billions from AI songs. Doctors use ChatGPT to treat patients. And this is from Telegraph. And this one was really funny. AI tool that can do 81 years of detective work in 30 hours trialed by police. That's because it can analyze all sorts of footage and content at the same time and match facts together. Can you imagine the optimization? I cannot promise this kind of optimization right away, but we are getting there. So future AI will accomplish 95% of that marketers use agencies, strategies, and creative professionals for today. This is coming from Sam Altman. And I tend to agree. For some people, it doesn't sound fun, but as everybody says, you need to master AI, and AI is not going to replace you, but people who know AI most probably will. I don't know, Kat, what do you think about this? Do you perceive it more as a warning or an opportunity?
Great question. Well, first of all, wanted to share from the chat that our listeners are looking forward to optimize finances, social media management and posting, administration, and prices negotiations for their business. And in terms of this quote, my personal sentiment is that it's definitely a massive opportunity, and especially us here today, we're eager to learn. So I'm sure we can implement it in our businesses and daily work, and take the most of the AI.
Great. I totally agree. I always also look at it as an opportunity. And talking about the requests in the chat, today definitely we are going to cover a big part of this request. So for example, let's start with AI-powered texts. I'm actually super curious to also ask the audience, are they actually happy with ChatGPT? Or if they use ChatGPT even. 200 million users, but not everybody are super happy with what they get as a result. So just drop in the chat if you're always happy or often unhappy with your results, like with your prompts, and what prevents you to get the best result. I have an answer on this question, but let's see what people say. And Jensen Huang, who is CEO of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is, I would say, the most prominent player in artificial intelligence computing. I was reading this interview, and needs a little bit of context though. Every parent a couple of years ago heard that their kids are supposed to learn computer science or programming to become IT specialists in the future, to be ready for the future, to be ready for a digital transformation or future change. And Jensen Huang actually said totally the opposite. So he said in this interview that instead of focusing on computer science or programming, the future lies in creating technology that doesn't require everyone to program. I mean, to make programming language a human language. That's why prompt engineering, which would be crucial to navigate machines towards the result we need, It's a no-code skill that allows non-technical people to interact with AI tools effectively. So basically, we need to understand prompt engineering. But prompt engineering sounds really scary, at least for me. I don't think that prompt engineering is that difficult to master, specifically when we talk about ChatGPT. And this is, I think it's actually a quite efficient workplace organization model, 2024 and beyond model for the future. When we have a lot of marketing specialists, let's say editor, designer, social media manager, marketing managers, that are going to prompt and steer AI tools towards the result, when the focus is going to move to coordination and control rather than implementation. And let's get down to business. This is the structure of the prompt that we can use for ChatGPT to get most of it. And I'm going to give you a couple of very practical techniques right away. So I would be curious to see if there's something in the chat about happiness and unhappiness about prompting ChatGPT.
Yeah, so actually a few yeses, and even without the pro version, but also some people are wondering if their unhappiness from ChatGPT is related to prompting and actually knowing how to ask.
The reason of this unhappiness comes from being impatient, because the key rule is give as many details as possible. But let's go one by one. So I believe this is the structure of a good prompt that many people already use, but if you don't use it, I think it's good to take a look. First, you put certain standpoints, act as a copywriter, act as an experienced marketeer, act as social media manager with experience, or whatever you want to indicate. Then you set the goal. For example, create a social media plan for this amount of days with this amount of with this particular channels, with this amount of symbols. Describe the product, the subject in details. Ask ChatGPT to ask you questions. I think it's the most important one, but I don't think that many people do it. Because if ChatGPT asks you questions, you are going to create a conversation with ChatGPT. And to fulfill the chat, because chat is being remembered, thus educating model and steering it, as I said before, towards the result you need. Set tone of voice. For example, if you want to create a TED Talks speech in a style of Steve Jobs, you can literally indicate that. And then you set the format. And here people always forget that there's not only a table or bullet point. There is Microsoft Word, there is Excel table, there is a presentation, whatever plugins available, you can set it in the format. This structure definitely works. And this is a prompt that is written according to the structure. We are talking about copywriting and social media strategy. So let's say I want you to act as an experienced copywriter and social media strategist. You specialize in emerging tech and skills of the future. For example, how to use generative AI in daily work. I'm not going to read it all. So you specify that you want a content plan, amount of days, different social media channels, scan online sources about, and then you also indicate what you need as a reference. You also can put in some URLs or reference materials as an example. This is also people forget to do. Attach, for example, ideal post that you want to see, and ChatGPT is going to take it as a reference. And then you specify, let's say, Twitter copy length, Instagram copy length, LinkedIn copy length, etc. So be specific. And then, for example, it's going to give you something like this. The result that you're going to get will be a table, if you want it in a table, and specified by different day, by different social media channel. And of course, it's just the start of the conversation. You can always say, okay, I would like you to elaborate a little bit more about Instagram, or I want Twitter, or I want to export it to Excel, please. And then it's going to be exporting this media into the Excel, and you can open it in Excel if you like. And this is something that I would like you to see.
Hey, can you make me a prince?
There is a lot of gray area in make me a prince. I could just make you a prince.
Oh, no.
Right, you'd be snuggled up with that dude for the rest of your life.
Yo, y'all see my palace?
Be specific with your words. The deal is in the detail.
Got it.
So I think it explains pretty well that you need to be very specific in what you want to see. And this is my favorite statement: stop looking for prompt structure, build a conversation with ChatGPT. Because right now, chatbots are so advanced that you can treat them as people, literally. So, for example, I have my ChatGPT in my phone, and I talk to it all the time. So, do ping pong tactics. This is very important. So, you start the conversation. You don't have to apply the structure or be like super long with your prompt. For example, create ChatGPT prompt for a competitor analysis from a company. This analysis needs to include at least 15 competitors, URL to their website, list of services they render, price policy overview. This is something that I need to emphasize. Ask ChatGPT for a perfect prompt for ChatGPT. This is something that people don't really do because they tend to create their own prompt that would include everything or include all potential insights, but they never ask ChatGPT itself to create a prompt for ChatGPT. So this is a very good tactic. And then you do this back and forth. So for example, ChatGPT gives you the prompt, and this prompt looks a little bit too long for you, right? You look at it and you realize that it is too long, and then you ask to add information about your company in the prompt. And then you can also put your URL or your whatever file describing your company, and then make it more concise and put it in the format of the table, right? And then it answers with the perfect prompt, which is adjusted to your request. And then you take this prompt and put it back to ChatGPT itself, and this is the competition analysis that you're going to get. You see the link to your competitor, you see the name, you see what exactly they do and what is their pricing policy. But don't treat it as a final result. You can always expand the table. You can always say, okay, then what is each competition USP, where they're located geographically, what kind of business model they used, when they were established, etc. So you can expand. People say that getting the right result from ChatGPT takes minutes. No, I would say it takes hours because you need to shape it over time. Let me ask you something. So this tactics is about asking ChatGPT to ask you questions, right? So for example, this is your, I would say initial prompt. You're an experienced marketer and you want to create advertising campaign for a clothing brand. Ask me all questions needed for delivering the best output. And then it basically outlines all the areas where it is missing information: brand identity, brand details, company goals, budget and timeline, creative messaging, etc. And then you will have to answer all these questions and provide all the information to ChatGPT, which equals basically the proper briefing. You are going to literally brief your virtual assistant. And don't forget that ChatGPT is able to browse information online, all the resources available. So you briefed it well, then you will be able to get a decent result. But again, it will take quite some time. For lazy people, I'm just kidding. Introducing GPT Store. Most probably you heard about GPTs. GPTs are specifically trained ChatGPT chats, and they can be trained over different subjects. So, for example, how to write, creative writing coach, or laundry buddy, or tech advisor, or game advisor, or about everything. So it's just a specific version of ChatGPT chat that is trained with very particular data sets, which are limited by certain industry, right? So finding this custom GPT is basically talking to assistant which is very professional in a particular industry. So what you can do, you can also find one which can create perfect prompts, which is called Prompt Perfect. So how to find it? You go to Explore GPTs in the interface of ChatGPT 4. You have to buy Plus version. Then you go to GPT Store, which is pretty much like Apple Store, but with ChatGPTs. And then find Prompt Perfect, and then open Prompt Perfect and start chatting with this GPT, which is specialized in creating different prompts. And then you can use these prompts already to chat with normal ChatGPT, But the most important is to choose what you like and test and learn all sorts of ways and techniques. And there are a couple of other ones. And I'm talking a lot about these techniques at our AI bootcamp because, well, it really depends on what kind of result you want to get. It really depends on what kind of business outcome you want to achieve. One size doesn't fit all. But the point is test and see what works best for you. For me, best is ping pong tactics. And also something that people do forget is ChatGPT update, I would say, that gives opportunity to create really decent visualizations of all sorts of quantitative data that you can feed in ChatGPT. So all sorts of diagrams are available right now. So you can visualize financial plans, you can visualize sales reports, you can analyze it as a really nice level. So for example, I had a request from one company that is working with NVIDIA, and they were interested how to create financial forecasts with ChatGPT. You cannot delegate everything to AI, but some certain processes you definitely can optimize. So data analysis is another area where you can properly use ChatGPT. And there are so many other marketing use cases like email marketing, email strategy building, content ideation, yeah, not only content creation, but also ideation, lead generation, product descriptions. For example, if you have e-commerce store, chatbots, if you have your website and you want to integrate a certain chatbot into your website, it's also possible. SEO, data analysis, as I said, personalization, customer support. There are so many other proofreading and translations and sales forecasting, etc. All these things are possible with ChatGPT, and I'm not going to be able to cover everything. And this is what I tell at the AI Bootcamp mostly. The favorite question, like of all the companies that I work with, they ask, "What about optimization? How much we are going to save? How much we are going to optimize?" And this is statistics coming from the US alone. Companies, most of the companies, are saving $25,000 to $75,000 since they started to use ChatGPT as of February 2023. So, like, impressive saving, I would say. And this is only ChatGPT. Imagine if you implement all sorts of insights from different AI tools. If you change operations, not only with text, but also with designs or with some office routine work, I think here we will also observe certain change of the mental, like emotional environment, because then you are not going to do so many routine tasks and you can delegate more to AI. So this is a big change. And obviously you can calculate yourself how much time you spend on certain tasks. For example, if to create a text 1,000 symbols took you 1 hour, 2 hours, right now it's like 10 minutes if you do back and forth. Or for example, the copywriter hour salary here in the Netherlands, I know from experience, is like 60-70 euros per hour. You can save on certain tasks, definitely. And this is only one example. Some of my clients, companies, they use translating agencies, So for example, they have the project and they have to translate certain text and they hire agencies to do that. Definitely there is a room for optimization with ChatGPT or analogical tools. Let's move to superpower number 2. And this is about AI visuals. Actually, this is my favorite one because I'm a very visual person. And today we're going to talk more about Midjourney, simply because this is one of the most prominent AI tools able to deliver stunning results. I don't know other tools yet that would deliver this kind of quality. But let's first play a game, because half of us believe we can spot AI-generated content, the other half blissfully unaware. This is coming from James Calvert from Saatchi, and I totally agree with him because I'm going to show you right now 2 images, and please indicate in the chat which image is, in your opinion, AI generated and which one is real. I'm going to show image A and image B, so you can just type in the chat A or B. This is image A. Do you think it's AI generated or it is real? And this is image B. AI generated or real? I'm going to show once again. A and B. Guys, what do you what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to say here. Maybe this one is AI and another one is real, but we have a lot of messages both AI. They both look a little bit AI, and some people voted A as an AI image.
A AI image and B is real, they say.
Because you asked which image is AI generated, right?
Yeah.
Your original question. Yeah, so we have a lot of A's as an AI generated image, and some people say both. Yeah.
Okay, I think we have a quite advanced audience. This one is actually AI generated, even though you can see details on the face, but this is AI generated indeed. But this is real. I wouldn't believe that this is real if somebody showed it to me, but I downloaded it from a stock copyright-free images resource. So this is actually a real photo shoot with a real woman.
It's just really photoshopped. That's why. That's why it looks AI.
So maybe it is the case. But to be completely honest, it's difficult because some of the people said both AI. It's difficult right now to realize which one is real and which one is AI. A lot of people and a lot of companies are using it as an opportunity, and I quite like this campaign. I'm going to show you right now a couple of cases from big brands, because I think the way brands are adopting AI in their advertising materials is also helps to democratize AI for other people.
With me and your peer in a world of pure imagination, take a look and you see into your imagination, where we'll see change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Super beautiful campaign, and I really like the statement. And this is another one which I loved, and this is actually the campaign when Virgin Voyages used AI-generated avatar.
Hi, it's me, Jennifer Lopez, Chief Celebration Officer of Virgin Voyages, here to invite you to celebrate. So come,
Celebrate your anniversary, your birthday, or just generally be fabulous.
Really, Kyle?
It's good, right?
Gen AI is supposed to be inviting people to Virgin Voyages, not doing whatever that was. Just give me that.
As I was saying, why not celebrate on an award-winning voyage with Michelin-starred chef-curated menus,
World-class destinations, award-winning.
Boring. I'll hop in there. I'll hop right in that suit.
so simple.
I can't watch this. Give it to me. There's no kids here. That's all you need to know.
No kid!
Oh, can I live there?
Gen AI. Invite your crew to voyage. Create your custom invite at virginvoyages.com.
It's not just a yacht, it's a super yacht.
So AI avatar is also a big deal recently. And when it comes to sustainability, a lot of fashion brands are stepping in AI image generation simply because they care about the environment and also want to make a statement. So for example, Mango created the first campaign generated by AI, which is literally Midjourney, and it was in July. And also this brand that I love, Lab Fresh, created campaign where they actually shoot real people, but the backgrounds were generated by AI. And they literally said AI was perfect for this campaign, allowing us to save a lot of money and CO2 by not having to travel to Curacao or Far East to find the perfect beach or tree. How cool is that? This is a future of marketing when the brand has sustainability focus. And AI Fashion Week, season number 2, it's already happening for quite a while, I think since 2022, and they have events in New York and Paris. Everyone can apply, all the designers can apply and win the contest. And these images were generated obviously by AI. What is great is that people who never would be able to create podium fashion gets this opportunity because right now AI is so democratized. For example, these 3 winners who created these outfits, they are going to collaborate with the fashion brand Revolve to create a real collection for the future. This gives a lot of opportunities to people. In this case, I think you already know about. But here, Coca-Cola went further than just image generation. They created the whole concept with the help of AI, including research and concept formulation, which was limited edition of Coca-Cola from the last year. And this is something that you can see right now on social media. A lot of content is AI generated, but this one, I must admit, has this, how you call it, specific AI aesthetics. But for example, if you look at these pictures, I mean, I wouldn't right away recognize it. This is also AI generated. You need to be careful what you see online. A lot of beautiful tools for interior design, and not only interior design, for 3D design, motion design is right now simplified with AI tools. I think it needs a separate presentation, but a lot of beautiful visuals can be created with Midjourney, for example. AI influencers and AI models. This one you must have seen, Aitana Lopez. And there are right now even agencies that create these models and sell it to brands. So there's a whole industry is working around it. And this case is quite cool, to be honest. There was one beautiful woman, her name was Alexandra, and she actually never wanted to be a model, but at some point she created AI avatar and all sorts of outfits. And she sent her brand portfolio to brands, and right now she gets a lot of different assignments from brands with her AI avatar, with her digital twin. So this is also interesting opportunity, talking about jobs that AI creates for the future. I think you heard about Sora, and I'm personally waiting for Sora to be available for everyone. Right now it's available for very selected people, which is somehow related to arts and design. But already now what we have available is Runway, and Runway creates videos that are changing the world of not only advertising, but also cinematography. I'm going to show a quick intro of Runway Gen 3. So you can see it can create absolutely different sets. So for example, talking about cinematography. Right now, Runway is even partnering with Lionsgate, which is entertainment and media company, because they do believe that this is a visionary and cost-efficient opportunity to create stunning visuals. So this is also the future of cinematography. Let's see what Sora is going to come up with. Let's dive into practice. So Midjourney evolution, this is the same prompt. We have right now 5 versions, and this is version 6.1. And this is a prompt that you can also use. This is a prompt that helped me to generate this image in Midjourney. It's not magic, but it can be very helpful. So first of all, you can apply it for optimization, marketing, and sales. For example, to create all sorts of photo shoots, mock-up, sketches, all sorts of designs, and brand identity. I do believe that is both for ideation and execution, as some of the brands that I demonstrated did. So it's possible. I would say that it does sometimes need upscaler program, like for example, Magnifique AI. That would help you to actually create very high quality image that is available right away for printing. Overall, it's possible to use Midjourney for execution, but also art creativity and conceptualization. Right now, designers don't have to sit in Photoshop to visualize their ideas like for 5 hours or so. They can just do it within several minutes. So they can visualize their wildest creative ideas in art, fashion. And here you actually need a prompt structure. Like unlike with ChatGPT, when you need to go back and forth to deliver the best result, here you actually need a prompt structure. And the best prompt structure would include object, background, colors, and style. But this is just a very generic description. This is the prompt structure that I like to use, and that works for me. So first you put photography type, let's say portrait, and then subject or action, right? You are going to describe your subject or action, and then shot type, let's say extreme macro shot or a medium shot or Dutch angle shot, or location, where you're going to, what you want to see. Fashion and year, it needs for certain kind of atmosphere or vibe, let's say New York 1970s. Film stock and camera, here you can go a little bit more advanced. So for example, if you like a certain device, you put exactly the name of the device because you know what kind of effect this device is going to give you. It's not that difficult. You don't have to be a photographer. You just have to know how a couple of cameras work. And then director photographer, here you put the style. Let's say I want Andy Warhol style. That's emotion, depressive or cheerful. Then lighting, for example, softbox lighting, and color. You can skip also some of the parts of this prompt. This can help you to generate photorealistic images. I can spot that this is AI, but most of the people cannot spot AI image. So you can also play with product photography, commercial photography, macro photography. So it has all different styles. And how it's done, you basically go to Midjourney platform, midjourney.com. They didn't have platform before. They had the whole thing in Discord. I used to hate Discord, but then I got used to it so much. I cannot now use the platform anymore. So, but this is quite easy. So you go to midjourney.com and then you just put here the prompt according to the structure that I gave you. Or I still use Discord, yes. And in Discord, it looks like this. So you put /imagine prompt, and you just then go product photography, futuristic virtual reality headset held by male model from Ghana, wild afro hairstyle, pastel blue background, whatever you want to see, varying grays and subtle white highlights, color palette. And then you also specify the resolution. And, Midjourney is not like ChatGPT. You need to know certain comments, at least like 20 comments to get the best result. And this is something that you get as a result, and then you get usually 4 images, which you can upscale or vary. They are not ideal, but you make it ideal with certain comments that you can use. And a lot is about camera, a lot is about resolution. If you really want to generate something like this, I would really encourage you to join our AI bootcamp, where I can help you to generate this kind of images for your brand, your project. And what is cool also about Midjourney is that it can replicate certain style from the reference. and then put it in different picture. Right now, it's quite recent update when you can keep consistent character. If you have this prompt and this character, you can apply it in different environments. Let's say in New York or in Balinese forest, whatever you like. Very exciting. So what about optimization? A recent survey by HubSpot found that these tools save teams 2.5 hours a day. I think it's quite optimistic. If I go pessimistic, if I rely on McKinsey research, 3 hours a week for one person, I would say still 19 working days saved a year. And some of the designers I had conversation with about how they implement AI, they don't feel ready to delegate the execution to AI already, but what they want to do is automated ideation and brainstorming, and this actually takes a lot of time usually. Sketches and storyboards, conceptualization, when you want to create your own product, AI really helps with that a lot. And we are talking about superpower 3, which is AI multimedia. And here, maybe I will start with the statement that omnichannel strategy is the key. But I guess you know it already. Usually everything starts with the idea. And this idea comes in long form content, let's say in the form of a text, and then you have YouTube channel or podcast where you have a long form video or webinar like today, for example. And then you create short form content like emails, like Telegram messages, like X's, can you say it like this, or LinkedIn's, and visual content for TikTok, for Instagram, and for YouTube Shorts. But it can be all done automatically with AI tools. And I'm going to show you in a second how you can do it. So for example, Opus Clip is a great tool to create automatically short clips from a long form content, and whatever you can see right now in YouTube Shorts, or maybe you saw it on Instagram, big share of this content is automatically generated by Opus Clip, or maybe analogical tool like Captions AI. Riverside is a tool that you're using now. I love this tool not only because it has a really good recording quality of a professional podcast studio, but also because it gives a great opportunity to transcribe and edit and overdub voices. How do you edit your materials in this tool? Is that it's being transcribed, and so on the left hand side you can see the text, and then you edit the text and it automatically edits the pieces of videos that you need to cut out. So it makes the whole process of video editing so simple and fast. Literally, I think at some point they claim that it's 10 times faster than usual. The other tool that I would like to mention is HeyGen. Most probably you heard about it, but right now what they launched is absolutely groundbreaking update, which they do, I believe, every month. So apart from avatars that they have.
Hallo jongens, dit is het nieuwe tijdperk van videocreatie. Shika jung no arayuru gengo wo hanaseru bez durido znae tozi ezik. Entonces, si desea que sus productos estén disponibles en todo el mundo, el anshim MMD inviti eshemvete I dagerbara spurning advita vernig I virkar.
Which AI tool I'm talking about? Read in the caption.
So this was me speaking different languages. And apart from AI avatars that they also have video translation. So for example, if you have a video in English, but you want it to be available in Dutch, you can translate it via HeyGen with lip syncing, right? And they also have interactive avatars, which can basically talk to you. If you integrate this avatar in your website, your potential clients have somebody to talk to. And this is crazy, to be honest. This tool, Arcades AI, again, there are a lot of different analogs, but when I saw it for the first time, I was very surprised. These are not real people, okay? These are AI avatars.
Let's swipe now and thank me later. Have you ever spent hours trying to clean up your phone storage? I found an amazing app that turns removing your pics into a fun game. So here's how it works. It shows you all your pictures sorted by dates or randomly, and all you have to do.
So, yeah.
Sick of the failed dates? Trust me, you are not alone. But have you ever wondered what you are...
We are running a little bit out of time, so I'm not going to play it till the end, but you got the point, I believe. So these tools are going to change the world of content creation. If you create UGC advertisement for your project or for your brand or any other type of content, you can always use this hyper-realistic AI avatars, and people are not going to even see the difference. But at the same time, on the side of the brand, it's a huge saving. So talking about productivity, some useful tips and tricks that could save your time. So this one is GPT. So for example, if you want to make a summary of a huge document which has, 500 pages, you can always do it with this particular GPT, AI PDF. And this is extension that I already have installed in my browser. So this extension is summarizing basically any article in seconds. So if you are excited about quantum mechanics, just as I am, so this tool helps you to summarize any article within seconds, and you don't have to read it, all of it. And it can do the same thing with YouTube videos as well. So for example, if you have a YouTube video which is 2 hours long and you need quickly the summary of this video, you can use this summarize and chat extension, and it will bring the summary of the video to you. Very convenient. Meeting notes. I think quite a lot of people already use meeting notes AI powered, like Bubbles AI, or there's another tool which is called Fathom that I use right now. This is really great, even though getting a little bit more expensive day by day, but it saves you so much time. I really recommend. And also it sends you an action points that don't even need to be edited. So it's quite precise. So all people who are participating in the meeting get action points. Make and Zapier bring automation to absolutely different level. Let me know in the chat, please, whoever used Make or Zapier and for what. Because Make and Zapier are tools that are connecting different applications into processes to make sure that this process is being managed automatically. So for example, this is a process that I use. What happens is the trigger, hottest AI news browsing online. And then, of course, in between humans needs to step in. But then this news are being sorted and being selected and being created and recreated and put in different social media channels. For example, if you have 5 social media channels, they need to be put in different formats, right? Can be created automatically. And Make has a lot of different applications, use cases, I would say, from email campaigns to chatbot building to obviously social media automation to content writing automation. And I'm gonna say it again, people have to step in at some point, but the most of the process is automated. And of course, it needs more of a deep dive. And this is actually the separate module that we have also in AI Bootcamp, which is devoted to Make and Zapier. Is it possible to make presentations with AI? This question I see a lot. I would say if you want to create a presentation with a prompt, type the piece of text and then get the ready presentation, it's not going to work. Honestly, no. There is one tool that I find the most beautiful one that I found so far. I tested a lot of them and there's a lot of crap out there, but this is a good one. It is called To Me. The specifics of this tool is that you actually cannot generate the presentation from the single prompt, but you can generate all the content within the interface, and they have amazing templates. So I would say it's like semi-AI generated presentation, so highly recommend. And is it possible to create the landing pages with AI? Same answer. From the prompt, you cannot do that, but you have to adjust on the way. And this is actually the great tool Dora AI that does so. You can start the process with AI tool, but then you always have to steer it a little bit like with ChatGPT, or also have to steer it towards the desired result. I hope I explained you what can be automated. Decision making, which is also super important, and strategy related aspects can be accelerated by up to 40%, according to Alison Horn from Accenture. So no more excuses not to use AI. And again, today we didn't have a lot of time, and a lot of applications of AI for marketing you can see on the screen. And this is not everything; it's just a small part. Today we only touched upon the surface. What I figured, actually, the real problem for many people is not to find AI tools, but to actually integrate them into their workflow. They are lost. They are like, okay, what should I try to do? What should I integrate? Also, at the background, they have all sorts of deadlines. They have their families, they have their lives. But the tools itself, of course, are available. You can Google and find them. But the actual integration in the process and application to particular business or project is problematic. So that's why we are launching AI Bootcamp, and this cohort, the second cohort, is going to start in about 2 weeks, 16th of October. It's going to be 5 weeks program, and during this 5 weeks program, every week in the evening after work, so you can combine it with your normal activities, we are going to cover 5 superpowers. So basically, it's 5 weeks program, mini group and individual, up to 10 participants. Right now, it's actually, I would say 8 or 7. I don't even remember. So it's less than 10 participants because I want everybody to get the celebrity treatment. It's going to be every week live sessions, live lectures, live Q&A, presentations, articles, cases, and tips. Way deeper than today, more practical, because today I don't have a lot of time. And you are going to get at least 20 AI tools in your arsenal. But if you want to apply it to very particular case or very goals of your business or project, it's going to be personalized plan sort of for you to integrate AI and optimize. So we start on 16th of October, 5 weeks. It's going to be online and live, and each week is going to cover particular superpower. This QR code you can scan, you can see a little bit more information about the program on our website. So week 1, ChatGPT and all the prompts. Week 2, AI tools to optimize social media. And not only social media, but whatever is related to content creation, AI tools for administration, automations with make.com, and AI images and videos, visual tools. And of course, if you have very particular request, we can also add something else in the program. So, and these are just reviews from people that we had in the first cohort. For example, Veronika, she's head of customer support in Wave agency, and she was preparing a strategic deck for one big brand. Before, it took her several days, but after the bootcamp, it was like literally several hours. So she was shocked that right now she can simplify so many different tasks for herself and to free up so much time. Apart from working for the agency, she was also building her own business plan. And it took her days versus months, because sometimes you think, oh my God, there is so much work, I cannot really do it because it will take months. But in fact, if you integrate AI, it is way simpler. And Kirsten and Sharona, they have a Course Collective, and Course Collective is also a learning platform, but for people who are launching their fashion brands. So first, what they did, they prepared a podcast within 1 week because they learned how to edit content 10 times faster with AI tools. But what is most important is that they learned to create stunning visuals for their learning platform, something like that, because they teach fashion brands owners. And for them, it's extremely important to have total control over the image because of all sorts of intrinsic details. And right now, they are teaching other fashion brand owners to ideate and create. How cool is that? And you can see a lot of different reviews on our website as well. If you scan our QR code or the link, there are many people. If you ask me, do I need to have an experience or tech background to use AI tools? Obviously not. It is way simpler than it sounds. Of course, today I have a special offer, which is 25% discount with the code FutureProof, which is valid for the next 48 hours, so basically 2 days. And this webinar recording will be available in our Telegram channel if you want to see it, also for the next 2 days. That's pretty much it. I think I'm in time.
Yes, I think all good. We have we had a question about Telegram channels, so we shared the Telegram channel link in the chat, and we started to receive some thank yous. So thanks for an amazing webinar. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the webinar. If you have any questions, it's better to drop it already in Telegram chat. You are going to get all the links to your email for everyone who is joining from a LinkedIn event. I will put it in the LinkedIn event itself. So thank you so much again. And let's stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.